Okay, we're going live right now.
Right now?
Ready to go live?
Right meow.
Live, right meow. So here we go. Hi.
Let's do it. Hi.
How are you?
Are we on? I never know when we're on.
Yeah,
We're
on.
never going to get
We are
this down.
totally on. We are totally on.
Okay.
Are we
Let's do this.
on something or on to
Yes.
something?
Yes.
Which one are you? On something or are you
Sorry.
on to something?
I am both, probably. Well, I'm on Spark. I'm on pre-workout.
Ooh. Well, yeah. That's what you're here to talk about, right?
Mhm. Let's talk about
Should we
it.
talk about that?
Let's do it.
All right. So, hey, everybody.
Hi, guys. Happy Thursday.
Happy
It's
Thursday.
today.
Happy week 6.
Mhm.
Quarantine challenge.
Mhm.
Winding down,
Almost
baby.
done. It's like this time next Friday, right?
Yeah.
Like 8 days left. 8
Yep.
days
Yep.
left.
Yep.
It's pretty exciting.
Yeah. So we are here to discuss some pre and post workout options.
Was that just post-workout that I got on my face?
Yeah, it was actually right here. No, it was just protein.
Okay. Gotcha. I
Sorry
should've
about
licked
that. It will be your pre-workout.
Thank you.
So I'm going to share in a second here. I'm going to share my screen. But let's first, before we talk actual pre and post workout strategies, let's talk about the why
Yeah.
before
I
we
think that
talk
sounds
about
good.
the how and the what. How's that sound?
I think it's always important to have a why.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. So I think
The coach told me that.
what's your why for pre and post?
Oh man. Well, I mean, do you want me to say like what you told me, or do you want me to just like say what I thought, or like
Whatever. Say what you think.
why I pre and post? Well, I feel like I get more out of my workout with something that gives me a little bit of energy before my workout.
Yeah,
So that's why I pre.
for sure.
Why
Okay.
I post is because I have seen the benefits of it.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Let's see. I want to just make sure that people can hear us and see us. So it looks like Mark is watching.
Mark is watching. Hey,
Sweet.
Mark.
So yeah, I think, okay, here's why I feel it's important to consider this. What do you think the average workout days per week people have?
Does that include strength training and cardio?
Yes. How many times do people work out per week?
The average person or the average gym?
Okay, so let's say that the average person works out 3 or 4 days a week. Okay. So say that you work out 4 days a week. Okay, so that's four
Yeah.
hours out of your week, right?
Yes.
So you're working out 4 hours of the week, and why are you working out? What's the point of those 4 hours a week? What's the point?
I think to work on getting stronger.
Yep, getting stronger, right? Improving your metabolism, and maybe helping your body burn fat, lose some weight, feel better, have more energy, things like that, right?
Yep.
So you have 4 hours a week to accomplish those goals, which is it's not that much time, right? So my perspective, my thought process is, if you got 4 hours a week to do those things, you better make it count, right?
Yeah, that's a good point when you put it into perspective like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use that.
Use it. So it's important. No, it really is, because if you worked out every single day for 2 hours a day, I don't know, you could probably get away with it. But the fact of the matter is, we're busy and we're not all 25 anymore. So we got to make
Mark has body.
Yeah.
Of a
25-year-old body.
Most people. Right?
Yeah. But I think that most people, they want to make sure they make best use of their time, best use of their efforts. And if you're not considering your pre and post workout strategy, in my opinion, you're not maximizing what you're doing. So how's that for a why?
I think that sounds really good.
All right. I wasn't trying to trick you. I won't trick you anymore.
No, I didn't know just how deep you wanted me to go. Like, I'm feeling very intellectual today. I didn't know
Good. As you do every day, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
So, okay. So we're going to talk about pre and post workout. So we're going to talk about supplements. Okay. You can do food before working out, and which we'll talk about that too. But we'll talk about why sometimes supplements are better than food in some cases.
Yeah.
So I want to make sure that, when we talk about we're food first nutritionists, like meaning we don't suggest taking shakes all day. Okay, that's not really our our theme. That's not really our motto, right?
Mhm.
So we want to help people eat properly and eat efficient for them, so they can see their goals, but not necessarily just taking supplements all day, right? So so just know that. So let's first talk about pre-workout. So when you work out, right? So we want to try to do two things, right? We want to try to burn what?
Fat
And build
muscle.
Right. So if your goal is to burn fat during your workout, is it a great idea to slam down a couple of bananas and some orange juice right before your workout?
Probably not.
Okay, because that increases your
Insulin.
right? Which will probably shut down your fat metabolism. Not the good. Right. So that's why, but however, though, we want to consume a banana because a banana gives you what?
Energy,
right? But it also could jack up your body's ability to burn fat, which sucks. So we got to come up with solutions that don't ruin your fat burning metabolism, but still give you
energy. Look at
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Good job.
So now we're going to talk about after your workout too. And we're going to totally confuse people.
Okay.
Because after our workout, if this is why you really need to contact your coach and talk to your coach about the strategy, because after your workout, after you lift weights, after you lift, right? You want to have a what spike?
You want an insulin spike.
Want an insulin spike, right? After you lift. Why is that helpful?
Well, what does it do, Luke? What does it do to your muscles?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I'd love to hear it from you too. I feel like I don't explain it as well.
You're very intellectual today. So
very more like on an emotional level.
Yeah.
Let's talk. If we want to talk about feelings.
So yeah. Well, yeah. So insulin is it's a storage hormone, right? It tells your body to store things, and you want to store things after you lift, right? We want to store things into your muscles. Okay, we want to store amino acids, and we want to get good, yummy amino acids and carbohydrates and things like that in your muscle cells and nutrients after you lift. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and in order to store those things, we want to get an insulin spike. Okay. So after you lift, it's okay to have an insulin spike. So instead of having that banana before you lift, have it after you lift. Okay. And that's what's going to help open up some of those receptors to your muscle cells to let in the recovery nutrients. So
yeah, I mean, that sounds fantastic.
So so those are a couple of things to consider. Should we show them I don't have a PowerPoint today.
Oh, you don't? I always have a PowerPoint.
I have a one sheeter. That's all we need.
We just have a one sheeter. Did you say sheet?
A one sheeter. I'm not sheet.
I hope that was clear though. I hope that you understood that the reason for having a pre-workout, needing energy, but we don't want to affect our body's ability to burn fat.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So we want to have a pre-workout that doesn't do those things.
Right.
And so we'll talk about what that is, but then we want to have a post-workout that enables our body's ability to have an insulin spike so that we can replenish, restore, rebuild, and build muscle.
Right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Making sure I was reiterating the clarity of that.
Did a great job.
Thanks,
okay.
Boss.
So here's what we got. So this is and if anybody wants this, I can send this to you. It's just a PDF. And so these are the workout suggestions. So the top one is a fat burner. Okay, you see that those fat burner options. And we'll see if anybody has questions in a little bit here. So we have fat burner options. So the fat burner options is if your goals align with burning fat as your major priority, as your main priority, then you'll fall underneath that fat burner category. We're all trying to burn fat. Okay. But if you are new to fitness and you have over 20% body fat as a female or over 15 as a guy, we're going to suggest these fat burner options. Okay.
Got it.
So for example, Spark with a Catalyst before you work out, that combination is an awesome combination to get your body ready, your mind ready for lifting weights and seeing some results without, like I said, the insulin spike. Okay. Some suggestions that you could have food related could be, you could do like a cup of coffee. You could do some almonds, you could do a cheese stick.
So you're saying more of a protein option because that doesn't create the insulin spike before a workout.
Yeah.
Something to give you something.
Yeah, you can do a scoop of peanut butter. So those are some options you could do before you work out. Some food options as a fat burner, but as a post workout, these are the two suggestions we have. We have post and meal replacements. Yeah. Which one do you usually do?
I like the meal replacement. That's what I should say.
Okay.
I'm not so much a fan of the post workout personally, but I like the meal replacement because it kind of does a dual combo type of thing.
Sure.
You can either have it for a meal replacement or it satisfies the ratios that we talk about with post workout as far as protein and carbs.
Yep.
So
for sure.
So the only thing I know that the one in the box, the blue post workout, has hey buddy. Gotta get this one moment.
Hey Creeper.
But yeah, so it doesn't have the ashwagandha or the ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
Do you do long A or short A?
Short A.
Ashwagandha.
That's long A. Ashwagandha.
Well, yeah. Okay.
Ash, if you're from Wisconsin,
but it doesn't have that. So the meal replacement doesn't have
it.
So that's one thing about it. But I do like the meal replacement shake.
Yeah.
Just because it does dual duty.
Yeah. So the meal replacement shake it's got about 220 calories in it. So it doubles as a meal. Whereas if you're the type of person who likes to work out and then have a meal shortly after you work out or you lift, post workout's a better option because it's only 100 calories. And it does give you a light insulin spike and protein to help recovery. And like Nicole said, it has ashwagandha.
It does. And it comes in cinnamon flavor. So for those of you that like cinnamon rolls, you get it in a shake.
Yep. Tastes exactly like mini donuts.
Yeah. Kind of does. It's weird, but
it's
good.
Exactly.
I like that one.
You can't compare anything to mini donuts. So those are the two options. So if you're going to have a workout at 5 a.m. or 5:30 a.m. and you're going to go home and have breakfast, I would recommend the post. But if you're like working out and then flying to work after you work out, meal replacement would be a better way to go if you're fat burners. So and then some options that you could do, some food options would be like eggs. Eggs are good. The big difference between, we'll talk about this for a second too. So eggs are really good. You could do a chicken breast. You can do with some rice. You could do any like turkey, any type of protein. But the difference is if, for example, an egg, for example, is going to have fat in it, right? So fat slows down your digestion. And you don't really get an insulin response with eggs, because there's no starch in it. So same thing with like chicken breast. And if you do chicken and like, for instance, a salad is perfect. It's an awesome meal, right? But a salad's going to have fiber in it and not much starch. And then fiber slows down digestion. Fat slows down digestion. So you don't get that insulin spike. So you may get better result building lean mass by having a liquid protein that helps absorb faster, gets you insulin spike, and helps you recover quicker. And then shortly after you do that, have your yummy salad.
I like it.
Yeah.
So you're saying that the best option oftentimes is a supplement just because of digestion and absorption, but obviously we want to work with everybody and kind of what their goals are. And, because there's people out there that are like, don't give me supplements. I don't want them. And we respect wherever you're at.
Whoa.
That looks sweet. We respect.
Crisis averted. No.
But we respect where you're at. So whatever your pre and post workout looks like, whether it's like, hey, well, I have some of this stuff at home. Our goal is to try to make whatever you have work for you. We just use dental care products here, so we know more about them. But it's kind of nice to meet you where you're at.
Absolutely. So let's talk about leaner options.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So here are the pre-workout suggestions. We have Mass Impact and Spark. You can combo those, and that would be directly to help you build lean mass. So Mass Impact is creatine, and Spark we talked about in the micronutrient talk, right? So hopefully everybody listening has a clue about what that is.
I'm sure they memorized it.
Yeah, so comboing some creatine in the Mass Impact with Spark is going to really help you get your muscles ready for for lifting some weights and being the best version of yourself. So muscle strength, you've taken muscle strength.
I've taken it a couple of times, but the thing is I can't get up early enough to take muscle strength when I was doing the morning workout.
Sure. Yeah. So mass impact and spark, you basically drink right before you work out.
30 minutes before.
Yep. But then muscle strength, you had to take 60, hour before you work out, empty stomach. But what's nice about that, the research shows it stays in your system for over 24 hours. So you can, if you just take it every day, it'll help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. So muscle strength is an awesome supplement. It's basically an amino acid derivative. So it's a broken down amino acid, and it helps your muscle tissue to not break down as fast. And if you take it, one thing that I've noticed, and people that have taken it, what?
I'm just laughing at like how much you know about supplements. Sorry. I mean, I know the basics, but like you like love reading labels. I don't know. It's your thing.
Yeah.
So I just
well, you gotta read the label. You can't just read the label. You gotta
do.
Also look at what's in the label, and you gotta do research on the things that's in the.
Yeah, and that's your thing.
Yeah.
You love it. And you just tell me those things.
Yeah.
So I just appreciate.
So you gotta look at the ingredients in the ingredients.
Yes.
That's the key.
Yes.
So that's the point. Look at the ingredients in the ingredients. That's gonna be.
Or just call him. He probably has the answer.
Yeah, but anyway, so muscle strength, you'll notice your heart rate goes up.
Yep.
You'll have higher heart rates taking muscle strength than not taking it, because your muscles can literally do more. So awesome supplement.
Awesome stuff.
Absolutely. So post-workout recovery, you like that?
I do. Yeah. I just like the flavor of it.
Really good. So that is it a 3-to-1?
It is a 3-to-1
carb to protein ratio. So
so that one is one that we take. So I hope that it's clear, whether you're a fat burner or a lean earner. And most people that come into the gym are fat burners. Most of us start out, our primary goal is burning fat. But we just get to a point where the goal is still to burn fat, but now we have to transition into building more muscle in order to see the results that we want to see. But so we're talking about the lean earner and that post-workout. The post-workout for the fat burner is a 1-to-1 ratio, 1-to-1 protein to carb ratio. So it's around 10, 11 grams of protein, around 10, 11, 12 grams of carbs. Okay, 1-to-1. The post-workout is 3-to-1. So there's actually way more carbs in that supplement than protein. And so when we say to take that after a workout, because your primary goal is building muscle, we want to, like you said at the beginning of the slides or at the beginning of the presentation, we want to induce an insulin spike, right? To help build muscle after your workout. So that is a great supplement for the lean earner. Yeah.
So a lot of times when you go to GNC and go buy some stuff somewhere and say, hey, I need something for my workout. After my workout, oftentimes they'll sell you a protein powder, right? Which is the typical protein powder is going to have about 5 carbs in it and 25 grams of protein. And that's absolutely not the right ratio post-workout, right? So. But
it is a great option for a snack. Right?
Yeah, that's
so
what I have right here.
Place,
As a matter of fact.
Got it. That's what I got on my face.
That's exactly on your face,
That way if I get hungry later.
I thought those were freckles.
There's probably a little dirt too.
So anyway, so let's recap. Should we recap and we'll close it out?
Okay.
So consider pre and post workout. If you're a fat burner, what you want to consider is Spark and Catalyst, or just a Spark is fine too. And then post workout, try the post workout. It's literally called post or immune replacement. If you want to try some of the stuff, samples, let us know. We'll get you some. If you're a lean earner, try mass impact or a creatine and or muscle strength. There's actually, I'm missing one on here, biofuel. It's my new favorite pre-workout.
I've never taken that one.
So biofuel is my new fave.
Yeah.
So it's basically a combination of all 3 of those.
Of the mass impact, Spark, and muscle strength. Okay.
And then as a lean earner, post-workout recovery, baby.
I like that.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
Do we got questions out there?
I don't see any questions, but one of the things that it's best to know, and we've talked about it too, if you are some of my clients, I'm assuming you have with your coach too, but just understanding which one you are, if you're a fat burner or a lean earner. It's pretty cool to see, even when you start out as a fat burner, and then as you transition into a little lower body fat, you transition to using different products, and you'll see yourself improve and you'll see your body change and We good? We still on? Looks like we're still on. I hope we're
No,
still
we
on.
lost it.
No. Okay.
Oh, we're back.
Okay. I think we're back. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so there's a lot of options out there. So our goal is just to work with you and what you can do and can't do and all that stuff between. So yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Thanks, guys.
Wow.
That was really loud.
That was really
You did a
loud.
great job today.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. You guys did great too. Hey, have a good day, everybody.
Our audience here. Yeah,
See you
have
in
a
the
good one,
gym.
guys. See you.